Someone should take Toby for a walk. Have you found something interesting?
Oh, Toby? You wanna walk?
Oh dear, Toby. I wasn't aware that you were Watson's new literary agent.
Oh, he just chewed up the paper. Hello, and welcome back to my video. Today we are playing Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments Part 9. I think the last time we left off, what's the name? We just finished the last case, which is the case about the murder of Lady Brackenstall's husband, yes? And we have concluded that Captain Jack Rocker is the culprit. I think now we are going to investigate a new case. And we don't really have a choice because Holmes filled the whole room with flies, I think, or mosquitoes. Yeah, let's just get right through it. The Kew Gardens drama. Yep, it is filled with flies or mosquitoes, I forgot. And now...
A map of London.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go to Kew Gardens.
Well, Holmes, here we are at the Royal Botanic Gardens. There's no doubt that this place is beautiful. But are you really intent on investigating the theft of the plants?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. Hello.
Don't touch anything else, is that clear? Just go and get a bucket of fertilizer. And without turning it over this time. Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you? If you are here for a visit, please do come back on Sunday.
I am afraid that it cannot wait. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson. We are investigating the theft of plants that took place here 5 days ago. A remarkable collection, I believe.
So you're the one in charge, eh?
A small favour for a friend. Now, to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
I am Martin Hamish. I am the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens. And that fellow yonder is Albert. He works here.
I am delighted to meet you. What can you tell us about the plants?
They were rare and exceptional plants. We presented them at our last exhibition. We haven't removed the stand yet. It is still in the large glass house. We only learned of their disappearance the evening after the exhibition, and nobody saw anything.
No doors were forced?
No, but I would imagine that for a thief it would be fairly easy to gain entry, for there are no guards here.
Well, if you don't mind, we will take a look. Now, you say that it is in the large glass house.
Yes, the one just behind me. Just a second, since Albert has nothing else to do. Albert, show these gentlemen where the exhibition was held.
How many people work here?
Only myself, but occasionally 2 students, Albert, whom you have met, and Miss White.
Albert,
Here it
Miss
is.
White.
This is the place where the stolen plants were exhibited.
Thank you. Is there something the matter?
Yes, there is. All right, the plants were valuable and rare, but it seems to me that the tragedy that took place here only 2 days ago has been entirely forgotten already.
What tragedy are you referring to?
The director of Kew Gardens, Mr. Montague Dunn, he died here just 2 days ago.
We're very sorry. We were not aware. The two of you were good friends?
He was my father.
Oh dear. Our condolences. We should not be troubling you. Please do excuse us for the intrusion.
You say that he died here, in the large glass house.
Holmes?
Yes, just here, near the door to the colonial collection. He suffered a heart attack. Just like that. So suddenly. It was terrible. Excuse me, gentlemen, but I cannot remain here. If you need me, I'll be in the reserve. That's the room next to the front of the large greenhouse.
Of course, we understand.
5 days ago, the plants got stolen, and then 2 days ago, that man's father died here. Ha, okay. Interesting.
Do not touch.
Do not touch.
The plants were here. All of them were stolen.
Yeah, looks like it was stolen. No, not F. What's the name? D. Is there any marks? Doesn't look like it. What's this? Oh.
Here is a list of the stolen plants.
That's the list, but I don't really know what am I going to do with that. Holmes, excuse me? Okay. Let's see. Anything else that I can check? Kinda surprising that no one noticed that.
According to Albert,
Oh.
this is where his father, Montague Dunn, was found dead.
This spot? Okay. Footprints.
Soil. It should have come from a flower pot. The soil on the side of this flower shelf is the same as that on the ground. Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
So someone moved the pot, I guess. Oh, is that it?
This pot was broken fairly recently. A flower pot recently fell down from these shelves and was misplaced.
I see. So why would that be important though? Okay.
The traces are thinner in some places. These boot marks are fresh. It appears as though someone was dragging their feet. The footprints reveal that someone staggered here.
Huh. That's a giant crack.
The door was smashed at shoulder height. This door handle is new. It was recently changed.
Alright.
The esconson was breached near the handle. The door was forced from the inside of the Colonial Collection Room. The handle was changed afterwards.
I think we need to inspect the Colonial Collection room.
Sure. Huh, so someone just...
These trees, with their roots in water, must originate from Louisiana.
Ah, yes, the bayou. I remember our visit in the case of the Awakened.
Louisiana? Okay. Huh. So... it got the door got busted open? Wow.
This sign is broken. Something heavy was dropped upon it. Blood. Someone fell violently against this sign, and they were injured in the clash. Most likely a head wound. All the clues around here are quite suspicious. I need my imagination to make sense of it all.
Okay. Correct sequence on defense based on the detail you have gathered. Breaking the door, then knocking over the pot, then falling on the fence. Yep. I guess that's how it goes.
This reconstruction reveals a disturbing fact. Montague Dunn damaged the door of the Colonial Collection Room.
He was in a panic, or the door was locked. Was it an accident, or a murder then, I wonder? I think we need to inspect the Colonial Collection room.
Why did he need to break the door handle though? Ooh. Hey, these are nice plants.
These plants come from all the territories of the British Empire.
Singapore, Bengal, New Zealand, British India, Calcutta. So many plants.
Very strange. Half of the colonial collection is absent. According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
Let me see. What the heck?
The smell is strong. It is a detergent.
Why is there detergent here?
A fragment of marble, most likely chipped from a statue or sculpture.
Okay.
This broken fragment was the result of a heavy blow.
Anything else? Window panes. Oh, this thing.
These windows were perfectly cleaned. Part of this greenhouse was emptied and thoroughly cleaned.
So there's a fragment down there and a whole lot of detergent down here. Is there like a fighting going on here and that there's supposed to be blood over there? Alright. Hi Watson. Doesn't look like it's anything here. Dry tropics?
Dry tropics.
Ooh. It's a pretty nice greenhouse to visit.
These flower pots are beautiful. They are intended to be used for exhibition purposes.
Alright.
The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
It's not from Kew Gardens, but we are in Kew Gardens. Does that mean they get their pot from somewhere outside? A third party maybe, perhaps? Anything here?
Dry.
Okay, it's dry tropics. Let's see. So this is the
There is a smell
outside.
of burning.
Hello? Oh. I guess this is their way of burning out trash, right? Gas mask?
A protective mask. Someone set it alight, but it did not burn. A broom handle was half burned.
Okay.
The remains of a picture frame.
Alright.
The plants were set alight fairly recently. Some have not completely burned.
Is it their way of burning trash or am I missing something? Oh. Fireplace. Broken pot. What the?
The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
It's not from Kew Gardens as well. I guess there's nothing else here. Right. Is there useful stuff? Careful to not step on the rake. Classic. Oh. I need this.
Director's office, cloakroom, and laboratory. Palm house. Water lily greenhouse. Dry tropics. Colonial collection. Nursery. Seed house. Ventilation system.
I see. The colonial collection is missing half of them, so that's what they are talking about. Yeah. The left side is completely missing. I wonder what happened. See, Montag was trapped in the colonial collection room. He forced the door and died in the water lily greenhouse. Someone cleaned and emptied out only a part of the colonial collection. This is a bit spacious, perhaps that conceals certain evidence. This one? From an autopsy on Montage done, the death is suspicious. Why had he forced the door of the colonial collection room? Why had someone cleaned and emptied the room? Was it a trap or a simple accident? I see. Yeah, I guess I need to perform autopsy. The amount of nature here is just wow. I think I can have like a place like this to visit. I mean, that's the park, but I mean, I don't really go out. Hey, but that's not the point. Okay. Hello. Okay, let me take a look at you. Myopic, inexpensive glasses, dirty color. Unmarried. Anything else? Gardener sense. Alright.
Albert told us about the tragic death of Mr. Dunn. the late director of Kew Gardens.
Tragic indeed. His heart attack was quite unexpected.
Would you unlock the doors for us?
Do you expect to find the stolen plants there? I am sorry, but those rooms are private.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Alright. He's a gardener, unmarried, and myopic. I reckon I see your other person. I forgot. Is it here?
Can I help you, gentlemen?
Yes.
Palm House.
Ooh, the palm house. I didn't expect that I'll be getting a plant tour this this episode. I'll take it. I got recently consumed by grief. Shit, we got. Is the grief like a motive? Maybe not. I think he grieves the loss of his father, right?
Do you work here?
Yes, but part-time only, for I'm also studying botany at the University of London.
You're following in your father's footsteps, then. That is commendable.
Well, even if botany is not my strongest suit, there are people who say that I could be a good manager.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
So you're in botany. That doesn't really help me. There's really nothing left to do here. Search archive, search archive, search archives. Right. Scotland Yard.
I asked Inspector Lestrade to take Montague Dunn's body to Scotland Yard.
It's ready for autopsy, then.
Sweet. The body is right here. Hello.
First of all, let us carry out an external examination.
Alright. The face.
There is an injury to the skull, most probably caused by the fall in the water lily greenhouse. The air from the lungs carries a faint floral aroma. The vessels and the pupil of the eye appear quite normal. There are no suspicious marks upon the chest. Let us finish our external examination so that we can proceed with the autopsy. Nothing suspicious here. No redness, stings, or bruises. Now, let us examine the internal organs.
Oh. I don't know if this will be kind of graphic. Oh wow.
The heart's blood vessels show no pathological signs.
Okay. And rotate it.
The heart tissue shows no visible pathological signs.
I didn't think that it'll be this plasticky.
The lungs are congested and edematous.
Oh god.
The tissue on the inferior lobe of the right lung is damaged, most probably caused by toxins from an unknown plant.
Okay. What about your liver?
The liver tissue is brown. There are no visible pathological signs. The liver is enlarged. It would seem that he was suffering from an alcohol addiction.
Alcohol addiction. The stomach?
There is a small amount of content. It appears that he breakfasted lightly, only a short while before his death.
Let's see.
The stomach tissues show no visible pathological signs.
Alright.
My suspicions have been substantiated. Montague Dunn, the director of Kew Gardens, died from poisoning. Plant poisoning, to be more exact.
You mean...
Yes, it is murder.
We should inform Lestrade.
Yes, but do remember, Watson, that I discovered the murder. The challenge is mine.
The challenge, Holmes?
We need to locate that deadly plant. Such a perfect murder appeals to me.
Murder of any kind appeals to you. Is that all we need to do?
No. We also have the people working at Kew Gardens. Martin Hamish and the son of the victim, Albert Dunn.
And also Miss White, of whom we spoke with Mr. Hamish. Should we bring them all here for interrogation?
No. A few innocuous questions at Kew will suffice, as well as a discreet delve into their personal affairs. Yes, Watson, it is time now to open the doors.
Even those in the staff building? I suppose that is necessary.
We should also be concerned with the victim himself. After all, we don't know very much about Montague Dunn.
You're enjoying this already, aren't you?
More than a little.
Ah, Holmes, I knew it. You really like this kind of mysteries. The one where the murders are pretty out of the ordinary. What's this? Dunn's belongings, okay.
This watch is of great value.
Seems like you wrote a letter. Your posters for the great exhibition at Kew Gardens are very beautiful, but it is surely unnecessary to mention all of the stuff. My name alone will be sufficient. Alright. Club card.
A membership card for the London Crest Club.
Ah,
A beautiful feather pen of a good make.
London Crest Club. Is it the crest or one of the potted plants? I have more letters. Hello? Dear Mr. Holmes, I have finally found the courage to write you a letter. I can scarcely find words to express my gratitude for your kindness. On that terrible day, I believed my life to be ruined, but at the same time, I realized there could be one person in the world who truly loved me and who I love in return. His name we both know is Captain Jack Crocker. His love has given me true reason to live. Even if we cannot be together in the end, none of this could have happened without you. Aww.
This is where I...
Well, I hope you use, what's the name? Find it for your life. Make the best of your life, make the best of your experience up to now. Yeah, I think that's the correct one. Okay. Ternya carnivorous. Yes. He can be either Florum diabolica. And should react to a process of crashing the can suit, it will issue deadly spores.
Here it is.
I see. Okay. This one. The Divine Scholastic Syndicate for Vegetation Veneration. The members of this syndicate worship Raven, the God King. They strive to obtain spiritual peace and release themselves from the material world, so generous donations are appreciated.
Here it is.
Okay.
The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
That's weird. Why though? I think it's symbol font.
That is not...
No. This one. Seymour's Garden Equipment and Supplies. We are a premium supplier for all your landscape, gardening and timber requirements. Full range supply and delivery of sands, soils, mulches, pots, and anything else you may need. 3 Burton Road, London.
Here it is.
Alright. Let's see, what do I have here? The leaf line stolen. Yes. Yep. If I murder the killers may be those who stole the exotic plants, including the deadly species from the last exhibition at Kew Gardens. Alright. Haha, poisoning. Dunn was poisoned after being trapped in the colonial collection room by the killer Montague. Dunn was affected by inhaling a virulent vegetable poison. Yes. Find the stolen plants. Find the plant that was used. Inspect Kew Garden staff buildings. Okay, find out who killed Montague. Then, wait a minute. Where are the flies?
Someone should take Toby for a walk. Have you found something interesting?
Oh, Toby? You wanna walk?
Oh dear, Toby. I wasn't aware that you were Watson's new literary agent.
Oh, he just chewed up the paper. Hello. Yeah, I need the keys. I need the room unlocked now. Okay. Oh wow, there's a lot.
Mr. Hamish, can you explain to us what happened to the colonial collection? It seems somewhat depleted.
But, most likely maintenance work, tidying up.
You're not sure, then? But you're the deputy director.
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
Okay.
As deputy director, how was your relationship with Montague Dunn?
To be honest with you, Mr. Holmes, it could have been better. You see, every Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the gardens, but it was solely to make an impression, great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He would then disappear for the rest of the week. He was what some might call a man of action. I'd say rather he was overzealous and chaotic. So after all, it was no wonder, perhaps, that he ended up like that, if you take into consideration his kind of lifestyle.
Sure.
You mentioned that Mr. Dunn led a particular lifestyle.
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed, celebrating, shall we say. He was a member of the London Smart Set. He was famous for it. That
And?
He had an eye for the ladies, to put it mildly, Mr. Holmes.
Okay.
Mr. Hamish, can you tell us who holds the keys to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son. Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Well, he was never interested in Kew Gardens before, and now all of a sudden he is trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience. No, none at all.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was?
Oh, yes. He forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert. That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why naive?
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
Now tell me, Mr. Hamish, do you grow the more deadly variety of plant here?
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
The Divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Ha! He doesn't know about the what? His name? Oh, God, I forgot the name as well. No, not this. Divine thingy, right? Yeah, divine investigation, divine irrigation. Yeah. Right, hello. Now it's your turn.
Who is Miss Margaret White?
Ah, she is the young lady who studies with me. She visits here sometimes to help out with the greenhouses. In fact, she should be here today. She wanted to work at the seed house. That's the small greenhouse across from the large glass house.
We noticed that a part of the colonial collection has been cleared.
Ah, at the moment I'm just dealing with the storage room. I don't know much about the other rooms.
I imagine that your relationship with your father may have been a strained one.
Yes. I cannot say that he was a kind man, for he never listened to me at all. He forced me to work here. But now, after his death, I've been pondering it over. Perhaps he wasn't so wrong about me after all. I have to follow his path, and I have to manage Kew Gardens, and I can do it. I can be as good as any other who works here.
Would you please tell us about Martin Hamish, the Deputy Director?
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens. My father would not have tolerated it.
Indeed? Well, that is most interesting. He told us that he was.
Yes, because he believes that the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead. But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only has the honour of being the garden's longest-serving employee. In fact, if we are to think logically at all, it should be me who takes over the management of Kew Gardens.
Do you not have a good relationship with Mr. Hamish?
I suppose so. But we have very little in common. Mr. Hamish loves his plants and Kew Gardens, and I cannot say that I share his passion.
I see. And how was his relationship with your father?
Oh, he hated my father. It was obvious. He would be furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens in the newspapers or at conferences. He was convinced that my father was stealing all of the credit for himself. But my father treated Mr. Hamish in the same way as he treated anyone. Dismissively. With indifference.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employees' effects are private. I am sure you understand.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Alright. So, him and his father isn't really on a good relationship. And that person, the director, quote unquote, with the father isn't really on a good relationship either. So that gives like ground for why they will do it, right? Hello. It's not locked anymore. This is a safe. Hey. I know.
One, two. One, two. Okay. One, two. One, two, one, two, three. Two, three. One, two, three, four. Oh. One, two. One, two. One, two, three. One, two, three. Go back here. One, two, three, four, five.
And password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was pretty easy to unlock. What the heck is this safe? Jeez, it being a safe means if being a safe means that it's this easy to open, I would probably order a better safe. My dear friend, please allow me to express my disappointment upon reading your last letter. I am paying you to defend me, not to accuse me. Kew Gardens is a royal institution. We are granted the great opportunity to travel the world and to save most of extraordinarily precious and rare species of plant. Our duty is to protect such species and from those who might wish to use them for dubious purpose. This divine syndicate of whom you speak have no right to hold such precious plants. Remember the case of June 14, 1889? So I must respectfully ask you once again to notarize the provisions on these plants on behalf of Kew Gardens. The documents were sent to you on Monday. P.S. See you in Brussels on Tuesdays as always. Montague. Dude. That's the plant list. There's a complaint. Mr. June, we must ask you for the last time. For the return of our dear sisters, you do not have any right to hold them in prison. They do not belong to you. Your so-called permissions are wholly false. You are hiding behind lies. The lie, we need not elaborate, that was reported in the press as the case of June 14, 1889. What you have done is quite abhorrent. Be very sure that we shall never abandon our family members. We trusted you and regret having done so, the divine syndicate.
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
Tab of Miss Margaret White to Mr. Montague. Rental of a suite of rooms at Oxford Street, an educational scholarship at London University. Credits open at Hamilton, Radigan House Tailors, and at Bear and Sons Luxury Jewelers? Excuse me? Oh, I see. My dearest Margaret, following our last conversation, I believe it might be better if you vacate your position here at Kew Gardens. As you pointed out quite bluntly, you are no longer in need of my support. You are quite able to stand up for yourself in this world, as you say. Well, I give you back your freedom and wish you nothing but good luck. The breakup.
Newspapers discussing Kew Gardens.
New plant species. The Kew Gardens team are pleased to announce the successful production of a new variety of barley, one that retains a complete resistance to the cold. They have named it the Siberian barley. Mr. Martin Hamish, the proud cultivator of the crop, will hold a press conference next Monday morning upon this very subject. Okay. Hello? Photograph?
A photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish.
Okay. Why do I need that? Why is he wearing a top hat and stuff? And suit? Is this his suit? Hey, where's his top hat? I want it.
Champagne. Montague Dunn had good taste. French wine. A remarkable vintage.
I see. Well, looks like he's very rich and very successful. Right, let's visit Miss White. How do I visit Miss White? Oh yeah, maybe it's on the seed garden. This is the nursery.
Locked.
No, it's not locked anymore. Ooh.
These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in the nursery.
So that's what the nursery means. Yeah, you got it. Oh, those are the plants that's supposed to be there. Alright. Work test.
A thesis written by Martin Hamish. A glasses case. It is empty. This area serves as Martin Hamish's office.
I see, so it's his office. Alright. Oh.
This poster is for an exhibition that Martin Hamish was directing, but it had nothing to do with Kew Gardens.
University of Oxford Botany Garden?
This certificate belongs to Martin Hamish. He won a horticultural competition.
I guess those are his Accomplished.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Oh, wait a minute. You can see what's happening there? That might be a good motive, right? Oh, it goes. Yeah, not a good motive, I mean like a good point of action. Right, so what's this place now? I guess this is the way out. Oh, no, this is the seed thingy.
The seeds of plant species are stored here.
Alright. Look, I guess that's just the staff building should be... Oh, there's a bus.
It is a bust of Montague Dunn.
Montague Dunn.
I am curious if the marble that we found will fit this place. Here it is. The marble fragment that we found in the Colonial Collection Room is what they have in common.
Oh, I'm walking on top of it. Oops, don't mind me. Yeah, this is the seed house.
Open.
Oh, now you say open. Hello? What's this?
Materials for college study. They belong to Albert.
I see, so this is his workplace.
A book about ships. Nothing at all to do with plants. These leather gloves are new and of good quality. They do not appear to have been used. This place serves as Albert's office.
Does Albert have more fascination towards ships than plants? Alright, I'll talk to you, I guess. Hi, Margaret White.
Good day to you, miss. You have some very beautiful plants here.
Why, thank you, sir. And good day to you too. But...
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John Watson. This is my good friend, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, gentlemen. My name is Margaret White. Excuse me, but are you Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?
Yes, I am he.
What a pleasure to see you here at Kew Gardens. Are you working on a case?
Expensive perfume. Poor family. Poor family. Nothing else? Oh, something. Unmarried.
Yes, a theft of plants that took place here a few days ago after their most recent exhibition.
Oh yes, of course. I quite forgot about that.
Oh, it's quite understandable that you might forget about the theft of the plants, miss, after the tragedy that took place here.
Yes. The director was a truly good man. It is such a terrible misfortune.
Ha.
Would you happen to know why part of the Colonial Collection was cleared?
No, I have never been there.
Do you work here?
Part-time only. I am a biology student at the London University. I attend the same classes as the son of Mr. Montague Dunn. That is how I found my chance to work here for part of my thesis, you see. It is a great honor.
How well did you know Mr. Montague Dunn?
He was a master, a great leader. I saw him almost as a spiritual father.
He had an exceptional nature?
Oh yes, indeed. He was always so active and so optimistic and very nice to me, although he could behave harshly towards his son.
Why so?
He loved his son dearly and wanted the very best for him. It made him extremely demanding. Albert, who is naturally shy, suffered because of it.
The Divine Syndicate. Does that name mean anything to you, by any chance?
Not at all. But it is a very pretty name.
Most of the doors in Kew Gardens are locked. Do you have a key to this room?
Oh, yes. Albert gave me a set of duplicate keys. He agreed I might carry out my studies without disturbing him. It is only temporary.
Thank you, miss. None of the 3 people who work at Kew Gardens know why half of the colonial collection was cleared. So, someone is lying. It is obvious.
Yeah, it makes sense for one of them to be lying, right? Or like more than one, actually. Alright, so, I think this would be a good part. I think this will be a good time to end the episode here. We've gathered so many clues about this. At first I thought we'll just be investigating the case about missing plants, but it turns out that there's a murder that happened 2 days ago. And looks like Mr. Holmes was more interested in that than the missing plants. What will we uncover next? Well, we'll find that out in the next episode of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. But for now, thank you so much for enjoying episode 9 of this video. Of this series, yeah. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!